Good evening, sir. How is the day going for you?
Fine, Srina. How about you?
Yeah, mine also fine. I've heard that you lived in Kolkata for 4 years.
You heard it right.
Can you tell me the experience of living in Kolkata?
Okay, I've been in Calcutta from 2007 and I ultimately got transferred out in 2011. That means approximately about four and a half years we were there in Kolkata. The critical difference was I was staying in Mumbai. Our family was staying in Mumbai, and it had a very hectic paced life, uh, pretty fast, a lot of distances to car. In fact, in Mumbai, my office was about say almost 20 kilometers from my home.
Yeah.
When we went to Kolkata, we saw, though the population of the city is higher than Mumbai,
Yeah.
the pace is not so much as Mumbai. So the first thing that comes to your mind is the city has a life of its own. It's pretty colorful, and there is something archaic about that city, which makes you feel that maybe the city has stopped getting modernized after a certain time. Maybe you have a feel that you're still in 1970s, that laid back kind of attitude, old buildings, old cars. Roads have a charm of their own, but they're not as modern as what we see in the other metros of India. Life is good. Life is good. It's pretty cultural, and the festivals are celebrated with a lot of pomp, and you can see it on the street. Like the way we see maybe Ramlila in Delhi is not as good as what Durga Puja is in Kolkata. The fact of the matter is the city buzzes into life suddenly and ebbs back. So there's that very relaxed way of living in a metro, which is not exactly like a metro. So I would describe life in Kolkata to be very interesting, though not as fast-paced as what it's in Delhi or what it's in Mumbai.
What is the specific thing or cuisines in Kolkata?
Well, there's very little I can say about the cuisine there because it's predominantly non-vegetarian, but for a couple of dishes of vegetarian, and as you know, we are vegetarian, so we I won't really be able to tell you about a lot of cuisine there. But the fact of the matter is, if you look at the way they prepare their dishes, they are not on the hotter side in terms of spice. They are very interesting. They have got some bit of sweet, some more. Sometimes you almost feel as if it's half a Gujarat, where everything consists a bit of sweet. But the way it is done, the simplicity in the way the dishes are made, and it's really good. So as far as cuisines are concerned, I did like what Kolkata had to offer, but the fact of the matter is, uh, it is more for a non-vegetarian guy to really look at that way of cooking and enjoy it. So we can almost say there is very little I can comment on the specific dishes of Kolkata.
So what about sweets? I heard
Oh,
that sweets
fantastic,
were.
fantastic. That's the one point which I think you just brought me to the right point. Um, you can have a look at me and the way I look these days, thanks to
Yeah.
Kolkata. Put on tremendous amount of weight over there.
Yeah.
Their rasgullas, their chum-chums, everything is everything is so tasty that you can never stop with one. Whatever you plan to do, multiply it by 2 or 4, and then make your plans as to how you're going to diet and how you're going to have the exercise regimen. The sweets are the best I've tasted anywhere in Kolkata.
Yeah. You have told all the advantages in living Kolkata. Then what are the
Uh,
disappointments?
Not exactly. I shouldn't say a disappointment or the disadvantage. For people who are used to the fast-paced life in Delhi, where you have to buzz around, and in Mumbai, where everything turns out to be so fast-paced, once you end up in Kolkata, you'll find it absolutely laid back and slow. Um, if you really want me to recount the disappointments for being Kolkata, one part is the way it is connected to the other place in India. Though I must say, if somebody has to go to Northeast, Kolkata is the point where everything starts. Like all the Northeast is covered from Kolkata with such an ease, and you can almost say that Kolkata is the place where is the hub for Northeast travel. But if you look at the way the industry is developing in Kolkata, it is pretty much on the lesser side. So it turns out to be industrially a place which is not yet there. And the disappointment would be because of that, you will find the population in Kolkata, the age is on the higher side. The youth is just leaving that place because there is no way they're going to work. But one point which I'll have to stress out is the new age industry is coming in, though not as fast as what is happening in other cities, but it's still coming up. So maybe in 10 years' time, you'll find Kolkata reaching somewhere around there. Secondly, God bless the traffic. If you get stuck in traffic when you're leaving to catch a train or a flight, you're in tremendous amount of tension. I would never want to be in such kind of a situation. So Kolkata's traffic is pretty bad.
Then what about the cleanliness of the city?
Uh,
Can it be compared to
look,
Delhi?
look here. Um, it basically depends. I don't think Delhi is a very clean city. On the other hand, Kolkata is very much on the greener side. If you look at the dry places of Delhi and compare them to the color green in Kolkata, Kolkata comes in big time. But yes, as far as the awareness of the civic authorities or the way they deal with it, the pace at which they deal, or maybe the police network over there, maybe Delhi stands to gain. But sometimes some places are best blessed by the way they have their rainfall, the water, the way the soil is, the way things are available there. So Kolkata scores head over heels in terms of the way water is available there, the way rainfall is there, the way you can in fact build up a city when compared to Delhi. Delhi is going to be dry big time.
Then what about the tidiness of the water, drinking water?
If you really want to know about it, here we are using an RO,
Yeah.
and in Kolkata we drank it from the tap.
Okay.
So do I have to say more?
No. Then at last, what are the final suggestions?
Suggestions for what?
Living in Kolkata or
Kolkata is a beautiful place to stay. At the end of the day, if you really want somebody to be specific, say if I have to be very specific about where you want to live, Kolkata has got tremendous amount of advantages. It has got that beautiful old age, what should I be saying, the old heritage architecture kind of thing going for it. The distances are pretty short, though the traffic is hell of a lot. But the fact of the matter is, it would be very comfortable to stay in Kolkata. The only thing you would miss is the buzz. Rest all, I believe, given an opportunity, uh, I'd be pretty happy to go back to Kolkata.
thank you for coming
Thanks,
here.
Shreya. Nice talking to you.